Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So I thought I'd do another wrap up in a similar style that I did April's wrap up in, but of course this is for the month of May, so we've got some more Marvel madness, sort of finishing up all the Marvel films in time for me to watch the Infinity Wars, which of course I've watched and I will review shortly. And yeah, I thought I would just do it in this style again because it's quite easy, I do enjoy it. And I don't know, yeah, I thought I'd give it another go. So the first thing I watched in May was Captain America Civil War, which I gave 5 stars. So we have another threat from the past which causes a rising tension between Captain and Iron Man in specific, and is tearing the Avengers apart. I had seen this one a few times and I definitely would say it's one of my favourites out of all the Marvel films that we've got. I think for each Captain movie they've had a past introduction, and I really like that as it sort of connects things for me specifically, even if it is indirectly, but nevertheless it pieces together more of Steve's past life, or at least what was happening whilst he was in the water. So the story of this one really drives the negative impact the Avengers have and sort of the aftermath of their battles and how it affects, the people. And I think it was really emotional to see that side of things, but it was equally interesting to see the business side of the team and how they were pulled apart, just with one dispute that sort of erupted. So this just really shows how human these superheroes are to me, and it makes the feeling and I guess admiration and whatever else comes along that much stronger for these films. So I remember when the first Tony scene in this really confused me. I was like, why does he look so weird? But thinking about it now, after looking into the first Captain America film to review properly earlier on, I guess they used similar technology that they used to make the Slim Steve, maybe? I don't know. It's only really just clicked upon watching that film again at the beginning of the month. But anyway, again, loving that I can notice these things now. I was getting the Wakanda references more and more, which was really awesome. I think that some of my favourite things were the building of the Black Panther movie and the reboot of Spiderman, but I think that this is the first time I've ever been interested in watching the actual Spiderman franchises. But in saying that, it's only this month that I saw Homecoming, but I'll get to that later. Anyway, the Stanley scene really made me chuckle. I forgot about them at this point, so it was a nice little bit of comic relief. But the end credits never failed to get me excited about watching another film. This was just an epic film, honestly. I feel like I always used to say epic back in the day, and I only use it sparingly now because I only save that for the best of the best. But yes, this is really epic, with an amazing intro to new characters, and I guess this one was one of the really big ones, including all the Avengers until Infinity Wars. So I do have a spoiler for this, so if you do not want to listen to my spoiler, please skip until the spoiler imagery has disappeared from the screen. But yes, you've had your time. So I did get confused because I thought that Stark's dad died in later life in the first film, but in this one, the Winter Soldier kills him and his wife. I think I'll get my wires crossed, but if anyone can clarify that to me, was I just not paying attention and I kind of missed something? Please let me know because it was really bugging me. Okay, so the next thing I watched was Doctor Strange, which of course I gave a 5 stars. So after neurosurgeon Stephen Strange loses the accuracy of his hands during an accident, he embarks on a healing journey which is more than he was expecting. So I remember being absolutely blown away when I first saw this in the cinema. It felt like, I guess, really psychedelic and magical, and I feel like Cumberbatch does an amazing job as Doctor Strange. I really love how he plays intelligent characters, and I really need to check out his Sherlock shows now. I think I've seen snippets of it here and there when I was waiting for something else to come on, and my cousin has always told me to check it out, but just from the snippets I've seen of him playing Sherlock, and obviously in this, I just think he plays intelligent characters amazingly. But anyway, yeah, he shows amazing arrogance in this film, but portrays it differently than, say, Tony Stark, so you can just feel the different personalities of all the Marvel characters, even if they do share some similar traits, I guess you could say. So this is just such a beautifully crafted film. There's so much depth in the story and it's visually complex, which I love. I also really adore the music in this film as well. The scene with Wong listening to music in the library really reminded me of Drax in Guardians of the Galaxy, oblivious to Baby Groot dancing. That was a really funny scene, but yeah, anyway, that was just, I thought that was similar in a way, and I was like, ha, that made me chuckle. Anyway, so Stanley's cameo in this one was too small for me, but too much of his type of I guess slapstick humour maybe wouldn't have worked in this film, like this type of film, for a longer amount of time, so I can understand that. I almost forgot how funny the Dormammu I've come to bargain scene is. That oh my gosh, honestly, that scene kills me. Anyway, that end credit was so much fun in this one. I couldn't wait to see more of Doctor Strange with characters from the Avengers. The second end credits really upset me though. Anyway, this is definitely another of my favourites out of the whole Marvel Cinematic Universe. Really did enjoy that one, and if you haven't seen Doctor Strange, then please check it out. It's absolutely amazing. So after that, I checked out Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, which I gave a 4.5 stars out of 5 stars. So I was super excited to see this, but I didn't get around to it. And then after I read what it was about, upon watching the film, it made me even more excited. So yeah, I was super pumped to finally check this out. So fighting to stay together as a team, the Guardians begin to unravel Peter's real parentage. So Yondu's storyline got surprisingly deep for me in this one. I really wasn't expecting so much of an emotional pull from a character like him, but it was amazing. I really did enjoy that aspect of the film. Other than that as well, it was just so funny. I loved how cheesy some of the scenes were. The music was just as enjoyable as the songs used in the first film. It's very nostalgic, it's very, you know, it's not what you'd expect for a space adventure film, do you know what I mean? But I love that, it just works perfectly. So I don't remember Rocket having red eyes. Does anybody else notice that at all? I swear they changed as well throughout the film. That really confused me. Is that a thing? Like, I don't remember this before. But yeah, I was really waiting for the Mary Poppins reference for so long. I kept seeing everything about it online. Like when the film first came out, I was like, what, Mary Poppins? I don't understand. I kept seeing these edits with like Yondu dressed as Mary Poppins. I was like, what the hell is going on? And when I finally saw it, oh my god, it was just so beautiful. I can totally understand why. There were so many memes about it. It really got me laughing. Again, Stan Lee had me chuckling in his cameo. But yeah, this film was amazing. I wasn't expecting it to end in the way it did. It was so sad and beautiful. But I'm assuming the end credit style was based off the show Peter kept mentioning that I didn't actually know about. Please let me know if I'm right or wrong. Yeah, the clips added afterwards, including like the end credit scenes, were so fun and really lightened the mood after such an emotional ending that, again, I was not expecting. But yeah, I really did enjoy that one. So next up, I checked out Spider-Man Homecoming. Again, this was a first for me. I gave this actually 3.5 stars. So yeah, I like that the premise of this takes place after Peter's adventures with the Avengers, and it's not like another origin story, but it's about him buzzing to prove himself to the Avengers, and particularly Tony Stark. But yeah, I loved the new opening for this with the classic Spider-Man theme tune. Spider-Man's vlog at the beginning, absolutely amazing. If you haven't seen this, please just watch it for that vlog bit on its own. That was great. Yeah, again, loving the diversity in this, and interesting that it's not Mary Jane that's a possible love interest. I totally forgot Zendaya was actually in this, but her character was really odd. I don't know what I was expecting from a character, but I was expecting maybe more, and not to be portrayed in that way. But yeah, I felt her character didn't really go anywhere, but she said odd things that make me think that she definitely appear again somewhere. But yeah, Stan Key? Who the hell's Stan Key? Stan Lee's cameo got me again. It was just, I don't know, so real, and that made it more funny. Ned, Peter's best buddy, was pretty funny as well, and although irritating, he did add to this like teenage reality, you know, all the excitement of another superhero, that sort of stuff. So yeah, I did value him as a bit of a comic relief as well. Oh my gosh, Childish Gambino was in it. It got me overexcited because just that morning I had heard his new song This Is America, and I don't know, I wasn't expecting him to be in this, but he's in the new Han Solo Star Wars film, isn't he? But yeah, he's getting around. I'm happy for him. So I wasn't expecting the twist that we got. Oh my gosh, no, I was just not expecting that. Tom Holland played some really powerful moments, and although I didn't think the 21-year-old was perfectly portraying a 15-year-old, I could believe he was like maybe 16 or 17. I like the end credit. It's not the strongest we've had, but it was still nice to see a change in character. The second end credit was just so funny as well, and I bet everybody loved it at the cinema when it first came out. The ending didn't fail with the humour, but for me, although it had some powerful scenes and we got to see how Tom Holland portrays the like third new Spider-Man, I think it is. Ultimately, this was just a funny film for me. It didn't really give me an awful lot in terms of substance, but nevertheless, it was thoroughly enjoyable, and I would recommend checking it out. After that, the next on that list that I've been mentioning for the past couple of months was Thor Ragnarok, which I gave a 4 stars. Again, I hadn't seen this one before. So, imprisoned on the other side of the universe, Thor needs to get back to Asgard before Ragnarok to save his people from Hela. The opening had me chuckling, honestly. Thor just got so damn witty. I literally shouted yes at the first iconic scene back on Earth. I didn't know they'd include the exact same scene, but extended, obviously, that was in Doctor Strange. So it was nice to see that and recognise it and be like, so this is how it escalates. Hela gave me Magnificent vibes, and her first battle didn't flow very well for me. Like, it clearly looked CG, and I'm not sure if I like the actress chosen for this particular role. After a while, I think I just came to the realisation that I believed it didn't suit Kate Blanchett. I never know how to pronounce her name, do apologise. Who actually I really love, and I didn't actually recognise her at first. So I typed in who plays Hela, and I was like, oh my god, she just looks so different with like really dark hair. Oh my gosh, the cut in Thor's hair scene got me. I was warned it was a good one. And honestly, it did not disappoint. The film itself was bloody hilarious. That get help scene, oh my gosh, that killed me. I was just not expecting so much humour in a solely like Thor film. Do you know what I mean? I wasn't expecting that kind of humour. I really wasn't. If I didn't think it before, I certainly do now, and that's the cinematic universe has gotten pretty dull with its humour as well. The music was odd though. Like, I felt for a Thor film that it was pretty different. Like, really edgy and comical with metal and techno music that I wouldn't typically associate with Thor. So that's another thing that I found like to be quite different for his kind of movies. But yeah, I really did enjoy this film, although it wasn't exactly what I was expecting. After that, I went to check out Black Panther, which I gave 5 stars. I was really excited for this one. So I love that I knew some of the actors. I'm bad with names, but there was the woman from American Horror Story, her daughter that I recognised as well, and the main dude from Get Out. Yeah, I just loved it because they were all quality actors, and to see them in this together was just awesome. But it also introduced me to some amazing actors that I'll keep an eye out for in the future as well. So this definitely felt more like it was fleshing out Wakanda, especially as it is the home to many of the weapons seen in the Marvel films. I'm really happy that they expanded it, and padded out the place as well as Black Panther as a character. I couldn't help but chant along. It just felt so inclusive with the way it made me feel, and like, I don't know, it just felt so lyrical and magical. Like, it's awesome. They included the "one of those" memes, and I felt like I died and came back to life. I was in hysterics. There was just so many like funny bits that I just wasn't expecting that came out, and it just, oh my god, it killed me. There were so many amazing plot developments around race, black history and politics, which I was hoping they would go into, and they did, and I'm happy how deep they went into it. It wasn't too deep to sort of take the attention away from the film, like what the film's supposed to be about, but the fact that they were doing it, I don't know, it just got me. I enjoyed that. Of course I love the music, especially there was some music from The Weeknd as well, which I enjoyed jamming to. Stan Lee's cameo was a sneaky one. It's more unexpected than usual, but I mean, they usually are. Oh my god, Claw is such a troll. I missed a beat again with the lack of subtitles on the streaming site I watched from, but to be honest, that's my own fault. That's me to blame, really. Definitely had a cheeky sequel bait end credit though, whether that was to be taken straight into the Infinity Wars or for a future film. Obviously I didn't know at the time. It left me really excited nonetheless, but it also worked amazing as a standalone film too. Instead of saying Black Panther will return, it added in Avengers Infinity War, and it got me super pumped, because obviously that was the next film that I was going to check out and I went to the cinema to see. But yeah, overall I thought it was a beautiful film, really that actually made me cry, that highlighted so many important things for me in a kick-butt superhero way. I loved it so much. Wakanda forever! Finally I can say that and understand what it means. Anyway, next up, I finally went to see Avengers. Now bear with me guys, this review is going to be simple, sweet and all over the place. I'm still getting over it, honestly. So of course I could not give this anything but the 5 stars that I truly believe it deserved. I just feel sick, honestly. Straight after this I felt sick. We were thrown right into the story, and as ready as I thought I wasn't ready. I just really was not ready. This movie actually broke me and left me in tears. I still can't form a proper review, but I'm just left so distraught after everything. I was not okay, honestly. I'm getting better, but I was not okay. It was amazing seeing everyone fight together, and it was odd seeing a lot of them as side characters, you know, characters that had their own films and that, and to not be displayed as much in the centre of the screen as they had been. It was just odd to see them take a backseat a little bit. Like, I wasn't ready for the deaths, and I didn't expect it to be at the extent that we had. That shocked me so much, and it was worse because Thanos actually showed compassion in a weird way. I loved how his character was developed. I wasn't expecting anything. I was just not expecting that. I don't know why I put myself through it, to be honest. It left me in such a daze. I ended up dreaming about it for a whole week later, even when I thought I was more myself. Nope, the film, it got me. Although you shouldn't feel so attached to movies and characters, I just couldn't help feeling lost without purpose now that we've got to this. At this point, I was wondering if Deadpool 2 was set before, during, or after this movie. So yeah, I was intrigued to check out Deadpool 2 after this. Spoilers, guys! Okay, so I do have spoilers, guys, so if you don't want to know anything spoilery, please skip this part yet again. I don't want to ruin it for you. So, you have been warned. So after geeking out with my manager, I have come to the conclusion they have got to come back, and that Captain Marvel's the one to put that in motion, perhaps, because I haven't yet watched the videos out at the moment saying all the Marvel films that can come after Infinity War, but Captain Marvel keeps popping up, so I'm assuming she's going to be able to do something, perhaps. Doctor Strange said this is the only way. Out of the 14 million scenarios they were in, they won one, which hints that the possibility that this was in fact that one scenario is like it might not look like it now. So my hopes are high. I think they'll return. I feel like they're probably regrouping in a safe dimension and Strange can access it or something. Or someone else mentioned to me and sparked this notion was that they are inside the Infinity Stone, and that perhaps maybe, this is me just thinking this now, perhaps Gamora's also inside, not the Infinity Stone, obviously the Infinity Stone, the Soul Stone, and although Gamora's body is like broken and dead, her soul's still in there. They could probably get her back maybe, and they're all in there. I don't know if they're in the stagnant stage, if that's the case, or if they're able to be aware, and I don't know. Those are my little theories. Let me know if you've got any theories down below, but please highlight that it's a spoiler because I don't want to ruin the experience for anybody. Okay guys, so the next thing I watched, I'm just going to briefly give maybe an honorary mention to some documentaries I checked out. This was sort of coming to the end of, I guess it was like my revision in a way, coming to the end of my uni experience. But yeah, I will mention briefly that I watched a few documentaries focusing on conservation for one of my modules. It didn't impact my exams, but they were just extra resources I decided to utilise. So if you're interested in wildlife and conservation, I'll try to link the documentaries below. I'm sorry if I can't, but hopefully you can find them because I will be giving you their names. So I can't recall the one I watched in class, but the rest were I can never pronounce this, Bubye Valley Conservancy, which I actually think was the one I also watched in class. Killing for Conservation in India, which was a podcast documentary that I thought the video had frozen for at first, but realised it was just audio and it was just a picture. I'm not keen on this sort of layout for something like this, which I prefer visuals for, but you know, that's beside the point, just letting you know that. Then there was Vulture Safe Zones, which was the aim to rescue a vital but unloved scavenger. Killing one owl to save another owl, and half and half. So yeah, they're all to do with wildlife conservation. Next up, I watched The Magicians Season 3, 3.5. Don't worry, I'm not going to be spoiling anything in specific, like things that happened. I'm just going to be giving you my random little thoughts. Yeah. If you don't want any sort of perhaps maybe spoilers, then maybe don't watch this, but it's not really, I wouldn't class them as spoilers myself, but that's just me. Anyway, so yeah, this was the season where I couldn't help but question if they have families or friends outside of their little group. I mean, you see some, but the lack of it makes it unbelievable for the rest. Like, is there no one else that care about these guys? Like, come on. Anyway, the Life in the Day episode, I think it was episode 5, was so unexpected and got me a little emotional. Okay, maybe more than a little emotional. I was so excited to see Felicia. I can never say her name. Was it Felicia? No, I always want to say Felicia, as it. But it's Felicia Day. She was in one of the following episodes, and I got pretty excited. I absolutely loved her in this. I don't recall if I mentioned before, but it's strange seeing the woman who plays, you know, Queen Belle in The Descendants, if any of you have seen Disney Descendants, or maybe the teacher in Motel Bates. Yeah, she's in this TV series, and I didn't realise that until, like, I was watching season 3, and I was like, oh, it's her. At least I don't think I realised it until then. But yeah, it was weird seeing her in this because, well, I guess more it was weird to see her in The Descendants now, even though that's where I first saw her, I think. Because she's just so adult and, like, reckless in other shows, and it's just weird to see her so innocent and happy in The Descendants. It's just, I don't know, it just shows how talented actors are. Like, they can be an innocent in, like, a kid's show for 1 minute, and then something completely opposite in the next. It's just very inspiring how well they can act, I guess, which is, you know, what you want them to do. So yeah, I bloody loved Another Singing episode. It's just so unexpected and random, but I lived it for those episodes on the Magicians. The finale was really unexpected. Like, I don't know, I wasn't as amazed as I expected to be. Sometimes I feel like they just randomly throw a plot together and it doesn't really make sense, especially after they were focusing on things other than the Beast storyline. But once again, I was left entertained with a slightly achy heart for our characters. So let's just hope season 4 is better and explains what the actual hell is going on. I don't want to jinx it, but to me, The Magicians feels like one of those shows that could get cancelled just when you think you're safe. But I guess they would have done it by now, wouldn't they? So let's hope we have more time to enjoy it and that the story really, like, progresses from here. Then I went to see Deadpool 2 at the cinema. I gave that a 4-star. This was absolutely hilarious. I will say, I didn't enjoy it as much as the first time, like the first film, and there were definitely spoilers for Wolverine, like the Wolverine film, and Infinity Wars, I believe, so be warned. The X-Men reference really made me laugh though. Like, I love how they keep bringing in X-Men stuff into these films. They're so hilarious. The humour got me again. I felt terrible for laughing at some of the jokes. There was a joke mentioning LinkedIn, and it got me a bit hysterical, as I'd literally the day before finally made a LinkedIn account. And I was like, oh my god, they know. Yeah, I was so shocked to see so many famous faces in this. Like, they went all out, even if it was just for a short amount of time. The storyline was decent, but overall it worked perfectly as a standalone sequel, if that's even a thing, if you get what I mean. Then I went to see The Lion King at the Lyceum Theatre. I gave it 5 stars. So me and my friends sort of did this for our end of uni celebration rather than going to the summer ball, because we didn't really want to go, I guess. So we did this instead. It was really good. It was really, really, really good. So I wondered how they were going to do the animals, because obviously Lion King are animals. They're all African animals, right? But it was a beautiful mix of puppet and shadow play and, you know, acting. I was speechless throughout. The acting, singing, story, all of it was absolutely breathtaking. The way the culture of the animals was displayed in slight movements, colours and song, absolutely perfection. I couldn't help clapping along. The skill at which they worked the puppet movements at the same time as dancing and singing was just incredible. When watching the original years ago, I got bored and turned the channel over, but now I'm going to check it out again properly, because I feel like this production has inspired me to give the original animation a proper go, because it was just beautiful. Alright, and then I finally finished up Victoria Season 2 and the Christmas special. I know I'm a little bit late to the game. The Christmas special was called Comfort and Joy. So I'll kind of just talk about them all together. I gave them like a communal, is that the right word? A communal of 4 stars. Bear with me, this review might be a bit long because I was going to do them as a singular review like I did with the first series, but I thought I'd just add it in here anyway. But yeah, so this series kicks off with Victoria as a new mother eager to get back to ruling her nation. As well, I don't feel like I can really spoil anything in these kind of shows because it's based on true events in history, and you can't get annoyed at being spoiled for a historic event that's happened. Do you know what I mean? Like, most of you have been taught stuff like this in school, so yeah. Anyway, the first episode made me so emotional. Like, the fact that I was excited to watch it and the scenes were so powerful just made me swell with happiness. That's such a weird feeling that I rarely get, but it was nice to experience, I guess. We totally see Victoria explore more emotions as she gets deeper into her marriage and motherhood, and as she feels pangs of jealousy and allows it to get the best of her. As well as this, she gains criticism from the poor in her rulership, so that was interesting to see how she handles that. The staff, since they've all been upgraded, seem to think they're better than each other now, which saddened me, but I also enjoyed their togetherness. And it was sort of, again, resolved throughout the show. People just got better as characters, they grew, and it's just amazing. I knew Dash and Nord M's storylines were mirroring each other, and it made me so sad because I kept forgetting and then was reminded again, and I was like, damn. The Irish potato famine episode was quite emotional and hit me hard when the facts came out about how many in actual history died. Like, oh my god, I heard about it, I learned about it briefly when I was at school, and it was just I don't know, seeing it in the pulling emotional visual like Victoria, it really got me, you know. I feel like they should show that episode or something in schools because that was just wow. The beauty of the countries they visited in this season really threw me back in time. I did start to get a bit confused with time actually. Every time we saw the children they were much bigger and I was like, so how long has passed since the last episode? I got really confused. As for the Christmas special, yep, I know, only just got to it. I really appreciate how the slave trade theme was handled. I just felt like it was really well developed in the storyline. It's very sensitively approached but handled well. Just when I forgot tragedy was supposed to strike, a feeling of dread hit me. I liked that we had time for this build up so that we could get to fall in love with the story and then be devastated by trauma. But it was way more underwhelming than I was expecting. Despite that, the relationship building was beautiful, as I already mentioned, and it surprisingly wasn't too heavy on the Christmas theme either. However, I kind of wish I did watch it at that time in the end because it made me feel all cozy and happy, but that would have meant even longer a wait for more of the series, so yeah. Anyway, that is everything that I watched in May. Let's do a quick count. I watched 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 documentaries. Let's do them individually, but they were so small. Okay, well anyway, 8, 9, 16/17. I watched a lot of stuff basically in May. I think it was just at the point where I was relieved to be coming to an end of uni as well, and I felt like I could give myself time to relax and enjoy stuff, so I did that. Anyway, let me know what you've been watching during May, if you've seen any of the new releases, and if you have, what would you suggest for me to check out and review. But for now, I shall speak to you in another video soon. Fare thee well.